Losing a best friend is a hard take unlike any other. As the years pass, the bonds we forge with those closest to us become deeply interwoven into the fabric of our lives. These friendships are not just connections. They are lifelines, witnesses to our shared experiences, and keepers of our memories. When the inevitable happens and a cherished friend is taken by the cruel hand of time or illness, it leaves a void so profound it seems impossible to fill. For those over 65, this loss carries a unique weight, made heavier by the reality that such goodbyes are becoming more frequent. Yet, even in the depths of this pain, there are ways to navigate the grief and rediscover meaning, connection, and hope. The first moments after losing a close friend often feel surreal. There is an aching disbelief that someone who has been an integral part of your life is no longer here. Perhaps they were the person who called you every Sunday to catch up, the one who shared your inside jokes and understood your stories without needing an explanation. When that connection is suddenly severed, it can feel as though a part of you has vanished alongside them. Memories rush in with startling clarity. The sound of their laughter, the warmth of their smile, the conversations that stretched long into the night. At the same time, a heavy silence sets in, one that reminds you of their absence in every quiet moment. Grieving in these circumstances can feel particularly isolating. Society often focuses on other types of loss, spouses, children, or parents, leaving the deep pain of losing a best friend unspoken and overlooked. For older adults, there is also the sobering realization that as more friends pass away, your circle of companionship grows smaller. This awareness can bring an additional layer of fear. What will life look like without the people who know you best? Who will be left to share in your joys, comfort you in sorrow, or simply reminisce about the past? It's important to acknowledge these feelings without shame or judgment. Grief takes many forms, and there is no right way to mourn the loss of a close friend. It is perfectly natural to feel anger, sadness, or even a sense of betrayal by the cruel march of time. Some days you may feel numb, unable to fully process what has happened. Other days, the pain may hit like a tidal wave, knocking you off balance when you least expect it. A photograph, a favorite song, or a familiar scent might trigger an outpouring of tears. These moments can be overwhelming, but they are also a testament to the depth of love and connection you shared with your friend. Amidst the sorrow, it can be tempting to retreat into solitude. After all, the world may feel emptier without your friend in it, and engaging with others might seem like too much effort. But isolation, while understandable, can magnify feelings of loneliness and despair. It's in these moments of darkness that reaching out, even in small, seemingly insignificant ways, can be a lifeline. Picking up the phone to call a family member, sharing a cup of tea with a neighbor, or attending a community event might feel daunting at first, but these acts of connection can provide a sense of comfort and belonging. They remind us that while one chapter of our lives may have closed, there are still pages left to write. It's also worth remembering that grief does not have an expiration date. It's not a process you get over, but rather something you learn to carry. Some days will be easier than others, and there will be moments when the pain feels fresh all over again. But with time, the sharp edges of loss can soften, leaving behind a bittersweet ache that coexists with the joy of having loved so deeply. Honoring your friend's memory can be a powerful way to navigate this journey. Whether it's through planting a tree in their honor, writing about your shared experiences, or simply keeping their favorite tradition alive, these acts can help keep their spirit close and ensure their legacy lives on. As you navigate this complex landscape of loss, it's vital to be gentle with yourself. Grief can take a toll on your body and mind, and self-care is not a luxury but a necessity. Simple acts like maintaining a balanced diet, staying physically active, and getting enough rest can help you feel more grounded. Similarly, finding outlets for your emotions, whether through journaling, talking to a trusted confidant, or even seeking professional counseling, can provide relief and clarity. Remember, there is no shame in asking for help. Sharing your feelings with someone who understands can make the weight of grief feel a little less heavy. In this season of life, when the loss of a friend feels like an unavoidable reality, it's easy to focus on what has been taken away. But there is also an opportunity to reflect on what remains and what can still be created. Your friendships, no matter how many years they spanned, were gifts that brought immeasurable joy, laughter, and love into your life. These memories are treasures that no illness or death can ever erase. Even in their absence, your friends have left an indelible mark on your heart, shaping who you are and the way you see the world. As hard as it may be to imagine, there is still room for new connections, even now. Life has a way of surprising us with unexpected joys, whether it's in the form of a new friendship, a rekindled passion, or a deeper bond with family. Allowing yourself to remain open to these possibilities doesn't mean you're forgetting the friends you've lost. Rather, it's a way of honoring their memory by continuing to embrace the life you shared with them. Their absence may leave a space that can never be fully filled, but it also creates room for growth, reflection, and the possibility of finding light in the shadows. This is the beginning of a journey that will continue to evolve, one where the love and connection you shared with your friends become guiding stars, illuminating the path ahead. In the midst of grief, there is still hope, a quiet assurance that even as you say goodbye, the bonds you form will always remain a part of you. The silence after losing a dear friend can be overwhelming. It's a silence that seeps into the corners of your days, a quiet void where laughter and conversation used to reside. At first, it feels impossible to adjust. How do you go on when the person who shared your history, who understood your quirks and fears, and who made your burdens lighter with just their presence is no longer there? But even in this silence, there are ways to find meaning and to carry forward the richness of what that friendship gave you. One of the hardest parts of losing a best friend is the realization that certain shared memories now belong to you alone. These are memories that once you could bring to life with a simple sentence. Do you remember that time we got caught in the rain? Or wasn't that trip to the lake something? Without your friend to respond, these moments might feel suspended in the past, untethered and incomplete. But they are not gone. These memories are a testament to the life you lived together. And though they may bring a pang of sorrow, they can also be a source of comfort. They are proof of a connection so strong that it continues to exist within you. It may feel strange at first, but finding ways to share these stories with others can help keep them alive. Perhaps you have children, grandchildren, or younger friends who never knew your best friend as you did. Telling them about the adventures you shared, the lessons you learned together, or the jokes you used to tell each other can be a way of passing on a piece of your friend's spirit. These conversations may start with tears, but they often end with laughter and warmth as you bring their essence into the present moment. Another way to honor your lost friend is through action. As difficult as it is to say goodbye, loss has a way of reminding us how fleeting life can be. It's a cruel but necessary wake-up call. The time we have is precious, and the way we use it matters. Your friend will want you to keep living, not just surviving, but truly living. Consider the things they love to do. Did they have a passion for music, gardening, or volunteering? Were they the kind of person who always stopped to help a neighbor or took time to appreciate the simple beauty of a sunset? Engaging in these activities yourself can be a way of feeling close to them, of keeping their memory intertwined with your daily life. At the same time, it's essential to allow yourself the space to grieve fully. Modern society often pushes us to move on from loss, as if grief is something we should shake off like a coat after the rain. But grief is not a linear process. It ebbs and flows, with good days and bad, and it demands to be felt. Trying to ignore it or push it away only makes it stronger. Giving yourself permission to feel the sadness, anger, or confusion that comes with losing a close friend is a vital part of the healing process. Some days, this might mean sitting quietly with your thoughts, letting the tears flow freely. Other days, it might mean talking to someone who understands, whether that's a family member, a counselor, or a trusted peer. For many older adults, spirituality or faith can offer solace in times of loss. Whether you practice a specific religion or simply believe in a higher power, the idea that your friend is at peace can provide comfort. Prayer, meditation, or attending a place of worship can offer a sense of connection not only to your friend, but also to a larger, more enduring perspective on life and death. If you don't follow a particular faith, nature can serve as its own form of solace. Taking a walk in the park, listening to the rustle of leaves, or gazing at a star-filled sky can remind you of the cycles of life and the enduring beauty that remains even in the face of sorrow. Of course, while the pain of loss is universal, the experience of being an older adult navigating this grief brings unique challenges. One of the most pressing is the fear of being left alone. As you lose more friends to age and illness, it can feel as though the walls are closing in. The connections you relied on for decades, the people who truly understood your life story, seem to vanish one by one. But even as this happens, there are ways to forge new connections, to expand your circle in unexpected ways. This doesn't mean replacing the friends you've lost. That's neither possible nor necessary. Instead, it's about finding people who can add new dimensions to your life. These might be neighbors, members of a club or church, or even younger generations who can bring fresh energy and perspectives into your world. It may feel daunting to reach out, especially when you're grieving, but human connection is one of the most powerful antidotes to loneliness. The simple act of sharing a meal, exchanging a kind word, or working together toward a common goal can help rebuild the sense of community that loss has taken away. For those who struggle to take that first step, technology can be an unexpected ally. Many older adults have discovered that online communities can be a lifeline, offering opportunities to connect with others who share similar interests or experiences. Whether it's a virtual book club, a group dedicated to hobbies like knitting or photography, or a forum for discussing life after loss, these spaces can provide both comfort and companionship. They may not replace the intimacy of face-to-face interactions, but they can be a valuable supplement, especially when mobility or distance is a concern. It's also worth exploring opportunities to contribute your time and skills to causes that matter to you. Volunteering, whether at a local charity, library, or community center, can provide a sense of purpose and connection. Giving back to others has a way of easing our own pain, reminding us that even in the face of loss, we still have much to offer. And in the process, you may find yourself forming bonds with like-minded people who can become an important part of your life moving forward. As the days and weeks pass, you may find yourself surprised by moments of lightness. A memory of your friend might bring a smile instead of tears, or you might catch yourself laughing at something they would have found funny. These moments don't mean you've gotten over your loss. They mean you're learning to carry it with you, to integrate it into the person you are now. In this way, your friend becomes not just someone you've lost, but someone who continues to shape and inspire you, even from beyond the bounds of this life. As the months and years unfold after the loss of a dear friend, the sharp sting of grief may begin to soften, but it never truly disappears. Instead, it transforms into something quieter, something woven into the fabric of your days. The ache of their absence mingles with the joy of their memory, creating a bittersweet mix that shapes how you move forward. This process is not about letting go of your friend. It's about finding ways to live with their loss and allowing their legacy to enrich the life you continue to lead. One of the most profound truths about enduring the loss of a best friend is realizing that they live on within you. Their laughter, their wisdom, their quirks, all these elements become part of the way you see the world. Perhaps they were the one who taught you the importance of patience or who encouraged you to embrace a sense of adventure. Their influence lingers in the decisions you make and the perspectives you hold. Honoring that influence can be as simple as living the values they instilled in you, or taking steps to emulate the kindness, courage, or humor that defined them. Memorializing your friend in personal, meaningful ways can also help you keep their presence alive. You might consider creating something tangible that reflects your shared bond, a scrapbook of your favorite photos together, a piece of artwork inspired by their spirit, or even a journal where you write letters to them. These small acts of remembrance provide a sense of connection, a reminder that the friendship you shared continues to have a place in your life. Over time, these mementos may become treasured heirlooms, symbols of a love and loyalty that endured. As you work to integrate your friend's memory into your life, it's essential to remain open to the world around you. It can be tempting to retreat into the comfort of solitude, especially as you navigate the complexities of aging and grief. But isolation, no matter how soothing it may seem in the moment, can deepen feelings of loneliness and despair. Pushing yourself to engage with others, whether through social gatherings, shared hobbies, or simple conversations, can bring unexpected joy and remind you of the resilience that resides within you. This openness might also involve welcoming new relationships into your life. When you've lost someone as irreplaceable as a best friend, the idea of forging new connections can feel daunting, even disloyal. But meeting new people doesn't mean you're forgetting your old friend or diminishing their importance. Instead, it's a testament to their impact on you. The love and connection you shared have given you the strength and capacity to reach out again. These new relationships may not look the same or carry the same history, but they can offer their own kind of richness and support. For some, the journey of healing also brings a sense of urgency, a desire to explore and experience life in ways they may not have considered before. The loss of a close friend can serve as a stark reminder of life's impermanence, motivating you to take risks, try new things, or pursue long-held dreams. Maybe there's a place your friend always wanted to visit but never had the chance, or an activity they loved that you never quite understood. Stepping into these experiences can feel like a way of bringing them along with you, of living out a piece of their story even as you continue your own. As you navigate this path, don't underestimate the importance of finding moments of joy and gratitude. Grief has a way of narrowing our vision, focusing us on what we've lost rather than what we still have. But life, even in its later years, continues to offer beauty and meaning if we remain open to it. It might be as simple as savoring the taste of a favorite meal, feeling the warmth of the sun on your face, or hearing the laughter of a grandchild. These small joys, when noticed and appreciated, can act as anchors, grounding you in the present and reminding you that life still holds wonder, even in the shadow of loss. Another source of comfort can be found in giving back to others. The wisdom and experience you've gained over a lifetime, including the lessons learned through your grief, are gifts that can benefit those around you. Mentoring a younger person, supporting a friend who's navigating their own loss, or volunteering in your community can provide a sense of purpose and connection. These acts of kindness create ripples that extend far beyond you, ensuring that your life, and the life of your friend, continues to make a difference in the world. There will always be moments when the pain of your friend's absence feels fresh again. Anniversaries, holidays, or even seemingly ordinary days can bring back the weight of your loss. These moments, while painful, are also opportunities to reflect on the depth of the bond you shared. Allow yourself to feel whatever emotions arise, whether it's sadness, gratitude, or even a sense of peace. Grief is not something to be conquered, but something to be lived with, a testament to the love that made it possible. Over time, you may come to see your friend's loss not as an ending, but as a continuation of the relationship in a different form. They are no longer here to share your daily life, but they are still a part of you, woven into your memories, your values, and the way you interact with the world. In this sense, they are never truly gone. and their presence continues to shape the person you are becoming. In the end, the journey of dealing with the loss of a best friend is as much about love as it is about grief. It's about cherishing the gift of their presence, carrying their memory forward, and allowing the lessons of their life to inspire your own. As you honor their legacy, you also honor yourself and the deep capacity for connection that defines the human experience. Though their absence may leave an ache that never fully fades, it is a reminder of the profound gift it is to have loved and been loved so deeply. Even as the seasons change and the years pass, the friendship you share remains a part of your story, a beacon of light in times of darkness, a source of strength in moments of doubt. Their life and your life together has left an indelible mark on your heart, and as you move forward, you carry with you the knowledge that this love, though altered by time and loss, is eternal. Losing a best friend is one of life's most profound challenges, and as we've explored, it's a journey that doesn't have a clear finish line. Grief doesn't fade overnight, nor does it mean we forget the people we've loved. Instead, it becomes part of who we are, shaping our days and deepening our appreciation for the connections we've shared. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this, it's that your grief is not a burden, but a reflection of a life well lived with someone who mattered deeply to you. That kind of love is a rare and beautiful thing, and even in its absence, it has the power to bring light into your life. Before we wrap up, I want to say how much it means that you've spent time here with me today. Honestly, these moments we share, whether it's through a video, a post, or a conversation, are a little reminder of the ways we're all connected. And that connection, it's what makes this journey worth taking, even when the road gets bumpy. Maybe you're sitting in your favorite chair right now, sipping tea or coffee, or maybe you've got this on in the background while you're tidying up. Either way, I hope this message has reached you exactly when you needed it. Funny how life works like that sometimes, isn't it? You know, it's a funny thing about endings. They always sneak up on you. Whether it's the last page of a book, the final moments of a favorite song, or even the goodbye at the end of a long phone call. But here's the thing, endings also make room for beginnings. Just like in those quiet moments when a memory of a lost friend makes you smile, there's a kind of magic in realizing that life is still unfolding. There are still stories to tell, connections to make, and reasons to laugh. It doesn't erase the loss, but it gives it a place to belong. A reminder that love and loss are part of the same beautiful dance. Now, if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. Seriously, thank you. This space we've created together is only as meaningful as the people who take the time to be part of it, and that means you. If you found this helpful, comforting, or even just a little thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that like button. And hey, if you want to keep up with more content like this, because let's be honest, life is always giving us something to talk about, go ahead and subscribe. It's the easiest way to make sure you don't miss out on what's next. In the meantime, I hope you have a truly wonderful day. Take a moment to enjoy the little things. A phone call with a loved one, the warmth of the sun, or even a good laugh at something silly. Life's still out there, waiting to be lived, and I hope you grab it with both hands. Until next time, take care of yourself, and remember, you're never alone in this journey. See you soon.